Whether it's your first time here or you're a regular here at Mr. Super Oz, I just want to thank you for tuning in to the channel. It exists because I, Oz, from the channel Mr. Super Oz, I wrote a 68-page graphic novel called Everlasting Survivors. Volume 1 is called All Day Long. If you follow the link in the description of this video, you can get yourself hats, shirts, posters, all kinds of fun things. But most importantly, you can get the story itself. And the more people that pick up the story, the greater the chances are that there can be continued adventures with these heroes. If you could, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment, enjoy. We are at Smackdown. It is 8/1 of 2002. I am representing Stephanie McMahon's Alpha Entertainment Worldwide Smackdown. But because I invented women's wrestling, jokes.
I love it.
And Mick Foley, represented by Josiah, suspended some amazing women's wrestlers. Stephanie McMahon invites onto the show, this Smackdown, Mick Foley's suspended wrestlers. What I'll say is that when I finish half of my booking, you can do yours, and then I'll do my other half. Cool?
Perfect.
Sounds great.
Let me know.
So, I have to say this in advance. I apologize to you, the viewer, because I feel as though I've let you down. I wasn't really giving my all in the last couple of episodes. I was doing it on the fly, and I was so off the cuff that I actually forgot who my Cruiserweight Tag Team Champions were. And so I am remedying that problem here in this particular episode. Well, actually, before this episode of SmackDown begins on 8/1 of 2002, I am solving my problem by booking a house show in Asheville. Is it North Carolina?
Yeah,
yes,
Carolina.
Asheville, North Carolina on 7/29/2002.
Wow.
I have a 4-way cruiserweight elimination match for the championships. I don't remember who the champions were, but after this, we will have clear-cut champions, and I'll keep track of things way better. So if you remember right, on the last episode, I said Shannon Moore was to debut on the last episode in reality, but I put it off because Shannon Moore and Rey Mysterio debuting on the same episode was a bad idea. So what I do is I actually have Shannon Moore debut on this house show following the teachings of Matt Hardy, version 1. And they defeat XL Factors, X-Pac and Just Incredible, Crash Holly, Spike Dudley.
XL Factor were your tag champions.
I couldn't remember specifically.
Yeah.
So
as soon as you said it out loud, I'm like,
just in case I was wrong in my memory, I'm doing it this way on the house show.
Smart.
So the fourth and final team are the team of Yasuhiro Tajiri and Chavo Guerrero. But coming out of this match, the champions of the Cruiserweight Tag Team Division are Matt Hardy version 1 and his Mattitude follower, Shannon Moore. So at the conclusion of this house show, the SmackDown champion, or SmackDown's recognized champions, are the undisputed Alpha Entertainment Worldwide top guy, The Rock, the television champion, Rey Mysterio, the Intercontinental Champion, William Regal, although I cannot wait to talk to you about the evolution of his character in this episode.
Okay.
The Cruiserweight Champion is Jamie Noble, and the Cruiserweight Tag Champions, as I just stated, are Matt Hardy and Shannon Moore.
Correct.
So opening of 8/1 of 2002's SmackDown, we have Rey Mysterio coming out with his newly won television championship that he defeated Mark Henry for last week in the main event. Mark was a very gracious babyface in defeat, not only raising the hand of Ray, but also putting the strap around Ray's waist to indicate his passing of the torch, if you will. But before Ray can come out and talk to the crowd, he is interrupted by XL Factor, that being X-Pac, Just Incredible, Big Show, and Albert. So Albert, of the four guys, is the one who lays down the challenge for the main event tonight because the TV title must be defended each week on SmackDown.
Right.
Ray, being the fighting champion that he is and the upstanding good guy, accepts, no question about it. He is ready to go. So, in preparation for SummerSlam, our first match on this episode is Billy Kidman taking on the Hurricane. These guys have had great matches in World Championship Wrestling and even in real time, the original Invasion, the not our version of the
not
Invasion.
our Invasion.
Because ours was better.
Yeah, Vince Invasion.
The Vince Invasion of himself, exactly. So Hurricane beats Billy Kidman in the match, but Jamie Noble and Nydia are on commentary because I love their personalities and how that they get the idea across of who they are as characters, because Nydia and Jamie Noble are just they are what I said. They're great characters, and so it makes sense that Hurricane wins. He's the one who Jamie won the title from.
Of course.
It's his prior relationship with Nydia that caused the whole feud, and so it just trying to do things that make sense.
For sure.
Speaking of things that make sense, I have two of the teams that wrestled in that live event cruiserweight championship determining match, that being Spike and Crash, taking on Tajiri and Chavo. After Spike wins, he and Crash are going up the ramp, and they get taken out by the Deadly Riders of Undertaker and Chuck Palumbo, who also come down and hit a choke slam and a last ride on Tajiri and Chavo because, they're angry biker boys, and they do angry biker boy things. So our next match is not only a acknowledgement of what went down in Asheville, North Carolina, because we can see a beautiful hype package putting over, hey, you never know what's going to happen at a live event.
Always come to our live events.
Because, titles might even change hands. But so we have Matt Hardy and Shannon Moore coming out because this is Shannon's debut on Alpha Entertainment Worldwide SmackDown. He is taking on one of my all-time favorite guys, that being the real deal, D'Lo Brown.
Love him.
And because Matt Hardy is out there with Shannon, and the fact that we're trying to set up Shannon as something substantial, also Matt being that nefarious mentor, he helps Shannon cheat to beat D'Lo Brown.
Beautiful.
And so before I lay out the rest of my show, I gotta go back to the rewind a little bit and say, now that we're at the midway point of this SmackDown, Stephanie and her egotistical self comes down and welcomes Raw's suspended talent. That talent being Trish Stratus, Lita,
Yes.
Jazz, and Molly Holly?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Molly
Got
Holly.
him.
Thank you. So, now that the floor is these women's, it's time for them to tell us what they're here for.
Good English. I like that. Good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and step into my Stephanie role. So I'm so great. I'm so perfect. I invented women's wrestling. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So basically what I'm going to have Stephanie do, since Mick suspended those four women for their unruly violence.
Yes.
And since SmackDown has been such a top quality show, always giving the people what they want, she has decided to give the people the fight that they want. So for the first time, I think in SmackDown history,
definitely this SmackDown.
Yeah, this SmackDown for sure. We're
Because
gonna
I only have three women, and they all kind of suck.
I didn't want to say
Tori's not a good wrestler.
Nah.
Terry Reynolds, bad wrestler.
Yeah.
And Nydia, semi-passable, but not really that good either.
I feel like her and Tori. I feel like she's a little better than Tori.
Just very,
Very slightly.
But none of them are very good.
None of them are Trish Stratus, Lita, Molly Holly, or Jazz.
Not even close.
Yes.
That is correct.
And due to that fact, Stephanie will be raising those ratings, as the kids say, by having them in a tag team Falls Count Anywhere match on SmackDown. If that is okay with you.
No, I love it. I'm all about this idea. I think that it is the best use of the brand split. I think it accentuates the rivalry between the shows, and it really would even lend to the idea of letting your talent get by with things if you know that by punishing them, you lose out.
Exactly. And because of that, these 4 women are phenomenal at everything they do and have a little banger.
Oh,
obviously the teams are Jazz and Molly versus Trish and Lita. Can
I make a
what's up?
suggestion for the finish?
Let me hear it.
Unless you have one in mind.
Let me hear yours, and then if I don't like it, I'll tell you.
So it's Falls Count Anywhere, right?
Yeah.
It's violence galore.
Yes, sir.
I would love if this match breaks down so hard that they basically have to be hauled off. Like, that's how violent it gets. That it's like, I know that we said there are no rules, but these people
we gotta
check
take it easy.
Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, because actually that's perfect. Because what we can do is basically like they brawl into the crowd and like they just start swinging on the audience because they're getting in the way of them, and obviously they're plants.
Of course. I've watched wrestling before.
Before I just go, hit that little 4-year-old girl in the face. Yes.
She had it coming.
But no, just like they start dropping audience members, and even Stephanie's like, "Oh Jesus, this is a bad idea."
So this is gonna work seamlessly into my next booking. So because things are going so chaotic with that, and we gotta basically cut, getting away from this crap. What are we doing? No wonder Mitt suspended them. We cut straight to the hype package of The Rock running up the bleachers at the which one was it that he played football with? Florida.
Oh, the Miami University.
Miami University. Thank you. And we also have that intercut with Brock, lifting up the tractors and the throwing the cows on his shoulders and stuff. So
throwing couches for distance.
So it makes sense that we cut from that chaos to this well-produced package.
I'm about to say, by comparison, beautiful landscape.
And so then now to the next piece of the puzzle, another well-put-together package. But this one is the thing I've been waiting for. I put it off the last episode. Like I said, I let you all down. I didn't go all in, but this time I went all in. We'll put together this beautiful package. We got William, we've got Terry, we've got Storm, we've got Testa, we got Nowinski. They're all in this
what a squad.
This brain trust. Where they're in this war room, and what pops up is their logo, which is Regal Counter Threat. And with the Regal Counter Threat, each member of the group gets rebranded. It's now King William. It is Queen Terry. It is Bishop Storm. It is Knight Test and Rook Nowinski. The reason that each person
really flows. I really like that.
So the reason each piece gets rebranded is because each character from the Regal Counter Threat is represented by a chess piece. And it shows the hierarchy of this faction.
Of course.
And obviously, Regal and Terry, who have a plethora of experience, are the tip top.
Absolutely.
But with Mr. Regal and the entire counter threat getting attacked by those no good ruffians that ride those motorbikes, with them getting attacked, Stephanie has allowed William Regal, King Regal, a reprieve. So she has granted Mr. Regal more than his allotted 30 days.
How nice of her. Extended the contract, if you will.
And so what she has done, so when Regal won his Intercontinental Championship,
yes,
he won it on a team number. So he's always defended on a team number. But Stephanie has agreed, due to the heinous actions of Big Evil Chuck Palumbo and that Red Devil, The Undertaker, she's agreed to put off William Regal's Intercontinental Championship title defense until SummerSlam.
What a giver.
And well, you got to think. Steph also knew that she had this this ace up her sleeve when she made this deal, right? And so she's like, "Oh, okay, we got something to offer to the fans."
Exactly.
But the amazing thing is, Queen Terry has used her feminine wiles, her devilish mind, if you will, to convince two men on behalf of King William
To be pawns.
to be pawns in their scheme. I like that.
Thank you.
And those two men are Edge, the former Intercontinental Champion, and Eddie Guerrero. She has convinced them, due to her former relationship with the Radicals, in the case of Eddie, although in our case I guess true Radicals.
Yeah, of course.
And in the case of Edge, her prior relationship with the Terry Invitational Tournament with the Hardys and Edge and Christian, she has convinced them both to sign an agreement. That agreement is a best-of-5 series.
Oh.
Starting here tonight on SmackDown, Edge will wrestle Eddie Guerrero for the first time in a 5-match series.
Nice.
The winner of said 5-match series will get that Intercontinental Championship match at SummerSlam.
This is good fun. I like this.
This is what happens when I actually give it a go. And so Terry says before we close out that she is going to be paying extra close attention to Test and Nowinski, and she runs her hands along both of their abs because she's still the little she-devil Terry.
Still Terry.
I forgot to mention this. Bishop Storm says no matter who wins between the Hurricane and Noble, that there's only one man that is worthy of being Cruiserweight Champion, and after SummerSlam, Bishop Storm will become Cruiserweight Champion.
Love it.
So after this package concludes, we then hear Edge's theme song for him to come out, and then Eddie's theme plays, and we have the first of our best-of-5 series, and Edge goes over in that first match. Because, again, Edge is the guy who was fooled by King William.
Absolutely.
He was the man who has inadvertently caused all of this Regal counter-threat chaos.
Absolutely.
And so he wins that first match in the best-of-5. And in the main event of SmackDown, Rey Mysterio's second ever match on Alpha Entertainment Worldwide SmackDown, he defeats Albert when he is able to outsmart the bad guys, and he's quicker, he's prepared for the shenanigans of X-Pac, Incredible, and Big Show. And so that is the conclusion